So you're gonna make some trouble, right? Make a lot of trouble. Yes, I'm gonna make a little trouble up here this morning myself. This first piece is called, This is a Time. This is a time of mistakes and misunderstandings, of madmen posing as saints, spreading lies and ranting, of all things good turning out wrong, while the devil buys and sells souls for a song. This is a time of kill you so you can be free, when the whole world is terrorized by armies of mercenaries, when we celebrate death as the ultimate liberty, because the president says dying for your country is your duty. This is a time of inflicting pain and extracting retribution, when stealing from the poor is a form of social contribution, forcing them to stand on their 2 feet, passing laws to ban them from the public streets. Oh, this is a time of follow me to the promised land, because heaven is in my corner, got me by the hand. So what if I womanize, lie, and steal? You know I'm God's favorite. He co-signed the deal. This is a time of love me, but hate my color, when everything bad is epitomized by my brothers, where you damn our culture but steal our style, and the atrocities reach from Louisiana to the Nile. This is a time of no child left behind, and any semblance of inequality, well, it's just in your mind. So they create more tests to test our children's will. Prison is their college when they forsake knowledge for thrills. This is a time of police who kill for sport, not satisfied by the killing in the courts. A time when we support wars in faraway places, criminalize our children to keep them in their places, envy the rich in their extravagances, damn the poor born without advantage, outsource our jobs, then lower our wages, pay for the privilege of being kept in our places. Over and over we surrender, give in to temptation, cause some fool thinks the whole world is his private plantation. We call this living, I call it a shame, and the truth of the matter is we are all to blame. A world of plenty meant only for a few, millions dying daily to make their dreams come true. Get off that computer, return to the streets, set up your soapbox, protect free speech, demand our money be spent on our own, education, health, jobs, and more home. Because people, this is a time of mistakes and misunderstandings, of madmen posing as saints, spreading lies and ranting, of all things good coming out wrong, while the devil buys and sells all our souls for a song. This is a title poem for a new collection I have come out. It's called I Believe in Forever. This is poets are historians, you know that, I'm sure you know that. I believe in nature, the diversity of life, simple to complex, all in her plan, making the world complete and life sustainable. I believe in the Ebu, who disembarked ships built to transport slaves, then walked back into the ocean, declaring their freedom to be who they desire to be, not what others wish to make of them. I believe in he of the talking book, who heard the words and set a course to force a tongue, not his by birth, to tell his story. I believe in Nat Turner and his fever dreams of another path to freedom, genetic reaction to subjugation that still courses through our veins. I believe in Denmark Vesey and Gabriel Prosser, ancestors supreme, linked blood to action. I believe in Sojourner Truth, great deity of faith, bore the scar of a tree on her back to plant her feet on free ground. I believe in Harriet Tubman, who fought a system as she served a nation, tucked her people in her pocket, delivered what men only dreamed of. I believe in David Walker, who signaled the alarm, rallied the minds of those who did what words could not, set the fire in our pens, our tongues, our action. I believe in Marcus Garvey and his Black Star Line, called us back to the blood, to the promise, set Africa in our souls as a destination, reignited resistance as a God-given destiny. I believe in Frantz Fanon and his illuminating truths penetrated the mass to open my eyes to revolution and self-determination. I believe in Mao, Che, Lumumba, Nkrumah, Fidel for challenging the order of the world and the word, opposing the status quo and class domination, illuminating our connections to the universe and each other, worker to worker. I believe in Mark and Fred and the countless others who are called each time their names are uttered, the dead and imprisoned who fought a flawed system. I believe in the rabble-rousers in our midst, the radical ones who contribute their gifts, who live for tomorrow while providing for today. I believe in those who care more about life on earth than eternity in anyone's heaven, who wish only for themselves what they wish for others. Food on the table, adequate shelter, clean water to drink, babies born healthy, the right to dance when they want to dance, to write their own histories and worship who they choose. I believe in those who understand the beauty of revolution. Like the earth in its daily turnings, all things in their own rotation, all fates as parallel possibilities, who understand revolution as harmony. I believe. This is the lessons. I do have a couple of books, CDs, some programs from the social forum, some buttons. I'm going to leave them on the AFSC table, and people can pick them up as they wish, and I enjoy them. And write me and tell me what you think. This last one is called This Poem. This poem is for reading only after I'm dead, as the weight of the words can kill. This poem is full of blood, fornication, guts, and guns. This poem hates sexist, racist, factionalists, and fundamentalists of all ilks. However, this poem encourages creative lies when those lies are in service to this poem's politics. This poem is about starvation in Ethiopia, warfare in Rwanda, oil workers striking in Nigeria, starvation, reclassification, indoctrination, stagnation, and the return of the colonialists to oversee our freedom. This poem is about moving and grooving, but you going nowhere. Moving and grooving, but you going nowhere. Moving and grooving, but you going nowhere. This poem is about arming for peace while withholding food until those ungodly whores recognize the salvation of capitalist ideals. This poem is about Russia, not. The unification of Europe, not. The liberation of Africa, not. This poem shits on other poems. This poem is about psychobabble posing as art, and art so fucking pure it offends. This poem is about dropping bombs on Iraq for border aggressions while patting the Serbs on the back. About boycotting Cuba because they won't be like us, while rewarding China because they won't be like us. This poem advocates shitting on the Queen's English and the Queen. This poem sanctions the shooting of career politicians on sight. You see, people, this poem is a cultural hybrid, traveling everywhere, belonging nowhere, irresponsible, irreverent, and totally irrelevant. This poem is about Jesus, prostitutes, and Mount Sinai swindlers, about Jerusalem junkies, trashing the airways, fouling up the system, pissing on my poverty. This poem is about getting a fix on the problem without getting your hands dirty. About Klansmen distributing free munition to convicted felons to protest gun control. About withholding abortion rights to teach those unwed teenage welfare chiefs a lesson in humility. This poem is about my need to write poetry while the people starve, and in my imagination, imagine that my words are feeding the masses, when in reality, I know this poem is about moving and grooving and going nowhere. Moving and grooving and going nowhere. Moving